Well, I'm sorry everyone, I have to apologise, obviously after the fact, or subsequent to the fact, after having to put you through last week's dribble. But I'm back.
With tips and winners.
Yeah, I tell you what, funny that, because I've been cut off by several. This is how many winners I backed at. You'll Never, Sense and Reason Special. What'd you tip? 3 favourites?
No.
Not big effort. Anyway, let's get into a big week. Let's talk about our winners. Firstly, Silverball. He was extremely dominant.
Very good. It looks like he's going to be a good horse for us in the spring. I'd say a race like the Metropolitan will be well within his grasp.
Okay, that's good. What about You'll Never? Geez, he was good.
He was good. Good horse, didn't he? The pressure was on all the way, and he certainly was strong on the line, fresh up in that class. I thought it was a big effort.
Sense and Reason
was good. Great ride from Jason Collett. I think you really notice how good your Jasons and your Brenton Abdallahs are when those main riders are just away from town. To me, that suggests that Jason and Brenton are your next leading riders, and good on them for making the most of the opportunities.
Saddler's Lake.
Excellent. I was scratching my head a little after his runs in the autumn in Sydney on those wet tracks, but on a better track on Saturday, he was certainly dominant and aided by another good ride from Blake Shin. 5 winners on the day, and as you said before, gee, he's riding with some class considering he's only 26 years old.
Glad you said you were scratching your head and not your hair. Wouldn't be a lot of that to scratch, would there? Ballet Suite, she was outstanding.
She was. Kieran didn't want to wait. He got going, but they went very slowly, so she was 3 wide. But it didn't really matter when they went so slow. Good run, good to see her in winning form, and we're well represented in the Oaks and Derbies. I think we'll have 2 good chances in both.
Quick Strike will go up there after his run on Saturday. What did you make of him?
I thought his run was excellent. 20 horse field or thereabouts. Attacked the line strongly, and yeah, he'll run on the Grand Prix with Saddler's Lake next week. And Winks, of course, will race Sunshine Coast on Saturday.
A little bit of an unorthodox approach.
It is a little, but she's run over the 2400. I just wanted to give her 1 run and obviously put her in a race I think she can win. And secondly, just a good pipe opener before the Oaks.
Right, let's get into it. It's a standalone meeting at Scone this weekend, Sunshine Coast, Guineas Day. We've also got racing at Caulfield where we've got runners. So we'll go straight to Friday meeting at Scone. Pretty light on there for runners, Friday.
Well, yeah, it's a long way to go. We've got Randwick on Wednesday. We're catering for Class 1 horses really, aren't they? Class 1 and 2 horses, big fields. Good on them. It's good for the locals. We'll go up there and have a few runners, but we won't overload it.
Double happy, earmuffs come off, draws barrier 14 over the mile.
Yeah, awkward gate, but class horse. Obviously a 3-year-old taking on the older horses, but she looks well placed here.
3 runners in the Class 2 1300, Avanarco, drawn well, Disgraceful, Electrifying, both drawn awkwardly. Where are we looking there?
Well, Avanarco looks very hard to beat for mine. Electrifying's got his chance. Will we run him? Will we leave him at home? There's a race for him at Randwick next week. I guess that's for you form students to work out what we do, but both horses are well. Avanarco was terrific first up. As was Electrifying winning first up. So if he doesn't run Friday, he'll run Wednesday.
Okay. Strawberry Boy, the Scone Cup. Looks a very winnable race for him, I think.
Yeah, he's obviously got a share of weight, but some of those down the bottom aren't much good. So yeah, if he gets the race run to suit, he'll be very hard to beat coming off the back of a good first up performance on a heavy track. And missed a race at Hawkesbury, but has had a jump out at home just to help time over.
Beautiful. Do you want to do Scone Saturday?
Do Scone Saturday.
Beautiful. Let's go to Scone on Saturday. 2 runners in the Woodland Stake over 1100 metres. Elsinore and Miss Antaeus. Both drawn wide barriers. Both got a bit of form on the board, though.
Yeah, awkward barrier. You'd expect them to run pretty quick here, wouldn't you? Yep. So, Helsingor first up. I tend to ride them a little bit quiet to ensure they not only get every chance to switch off and relax and finish off, but also you've got a horse to come through the other side, which I think is the most important with a filly like her. So, providing the connections agree, I think we'll ride her quiet. And she's a pretty good filly, she could pick them up.
Miss Antaeus, good. This was an impressive win first up or on debut.
Good win on debut, and that's the difference between her and Helsingor. She's had the race under her belt, she's drawn wide also. I'd rather go forward on a horse like her. So that's how I see it. Good win first up. I think she'll be better on top of the ground. She's got that low action, similar to Brazen Bow. She's a pretty good filly.
It's a steam company you're putting her in.
Yeah, I'm not saying she's as good as her, but she's got a similar action to her.
Race 2, benchmark 75, 2200, 4 runners in the staying event. We'll run through them quickly. Salford Art.
Salford Art. Going well, will appreciate a bit of track.
Yeah. Loophole and Rezoned, both drawn wide. Loophole, will he run?
I'd say wait for Randwick. There'll be a good chance next Wednesday over 1800.
Rezoned. Drawn wide gets to a suitable trip.
She'll run, she'll appreciate the drop in grade and the better track.
Soviet Courage, also drawn wide. What's it doing here? We've just drawn Car Park.
Yeah. Kembla Grange, I think, for Soviet Courage in a week's time.
Perfect. Rock Temple in the third emergency. Unlikely you'll get a start, I would imagine.
Well, difficult one because the truck's leaving at 6 o'clock that morning. Scratching time 7:30.
Fellow trainers, scratch please.
So he might even try on Monday, give it another trial.
Good stuff.
It's drawn a bit wide. 9. Hard to say. Thoughts?
No thoughts. But he's capable of fresh.
Very much so.
Yeah. Let's go to race 6, the Dark Jewel. $200,000 race.
Good
for the
price,
fillies and mares. Yeah, outstanding. Calming Influence, Mademoiselle, or Cerise. Jeez, I thought Calming Influence at 300, she was going to pinch it the other day.
She was home at 50.
Did you?
Yeah.
I could see him coming. Anyway, she was good. James McDonald goes on, rides half a kilo over. But she's probably worth his half a kilo, isn't
Yeah, she is. Yeah, he is. She should get a lead here. Bit keen the other day. So hopefully she can switch off, but she'll appreciate a better track.
Mademoiselle.
Be a good win for Mr. Maheen.
Yeah,
family.
lovely, it'd be excellent.
Up there at Scone.
Hometown, just about. Oh, they're Tamworth, aren't they?
Yeah.
Mademoiselle, she's been good.
She has, yeah. Bit soft the other day. Don't know what to make of that run, but she's better than that.
It's trip suits, isn't it? For
yeah. Drawn pretty wide in this race too, 11 and 13 for the first two. So I guess she'll roll forward. It tends to stick on pretty well.
All Cerise. Just striving to get some black top.
Yeah, she's a good filly. This. She just she's had everything's been against her all the way through. She's never had the right races to run in and
barriers.
She's got a good gate here. She likes a good track, and Jason rides her. So I think there's a few things in her favour. She's not without a hope, and as you said, black type would be important.
Go to Sunshine Coast, 3 runners north of the border. Champagne Catheline's up in the 1400 metre handicap for the mares. Top weight of 58 kilos, and Larry Cassidy booked to ride.
Yeah, not much more to say.
Awkward Alley makes it
a little bit hard. She's got her share of weight, but not going too bad. Trial well the other day. Good.
Winks, another one. Jesus.
You been?
Just copped some barriers here, haven't you? Wow.
Yeah, right.
Winks, 15. Larry Cassidy again, riding in a rich vein of form, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going good.
Knocking up riding winners at the moment, the big man.
So, obviously it's important to get her to settle, switch off, because keeping in mind she's running over 2,400 in 2 weeks' time. It's good having the local jockeys on because they know the tracks, know what you can and can't do. midfield with a bit of cover, touch worse if we had to, which is how she's been ridden back in Sydney anyway. She'll pick him up pretty easy if she's not within a, well, as long as she's not in a hopeless position turning for home.
Index Link, beautifully placed here in the Caloundra Cup.
Same again, stuck with the local rider and Damien Brown. Don't get much better than him up there, do you?
No.
So he's suspected 2400. Let's hope the track's not too bad. It's got a beautiful gate. Should be able to switch off and settle and see how it finishes off.
Beautiful. Caulfield. Get into him. Son. Pythagorean. What happened first up?
Went too hard. Looks like he might have got his tongue over the bit. Got a tongue tie on since then. Had a jump out at Flemington last Friday. Worked well.
Barrier poses a threat.
Issue. There is a 1400 metre race at Flemington next week. Might be keen to wait.
Yeah, I've got the king on board, but
it's not going to be easy. You know, I don't want the horse to end up getting some bad habits. So
okay.
We'll make a decision Saturday morning, I guess.
That's good. Okay. Black Jag and Campanology in the 2000 metre benchmark 90. Dropping grade for both horses, isn't it?
Yeah, yep. In particular, Black Jag, he has been running against some good ones up here. So he headed to Melbourne on Wednesday night. He's arrived there safely. He's got a good draw in barrier 5, and Damien Thornton claims 1.5.
He's riding extremely well, this kid.
Yeah. It's a good horse, Black Jag. He's never far away. I think the same will be on Saturday. He'll be very hard to beat.
He'd take in the trenches with you, wouldn't it? Like he's just
yeah. But different to those players we had last week.
Who?
Charlie.
Oh, what about his hairdo? Fairly him still has a comb. Campanology, the other man, loomed up the win the other day. Didn't.
No.
What happened?
Well, it probably doesn't get 2,000. Some of the owners question why we're running him over 2,000. Well, the simple reason is I don't think he's good enough to win over a mile. At this grade, I do think he's a miler, but I don't think he's quite sharp enough. He's run a. He just seems a bit one-paced. So I think over 2,000 metres he can win. There's a chance, but he's got an awkward gate, barrier 9. We'll have to ride him quiet to ensure he hits the line. But look, if we fail, I'll be the first one to say, well, we tried that, didn't work. We'll bring him back to a mile after that.
Okay. Anything else?
Not really. No. No issues. Barely issues.
No, I think we're pretty good at the moment.
Yeah, we're staying out of politics, which makes it a bit easier, doesn't it?
I would say a little. While I was away, I don't know if it was mentioned last week. Kenny Calendar.
Yeah, we mentioned that. Mr. Calendar. You should watch our video when you're away.
No, I was out. Shoot.
Charlie did a good job. The guest tipsters, they tipped a few winners. Yeah, it was good.
He's not my brother, trust me. I wouldn't have a brother with a haircut like that.
All right.
Okay.
And it's a very well watched show.
Is it? How many views did you get last week, Alan?
Oh, 2,000. 2,000 all around the world. Had people from New Zealand, all over New Zealand, in fact. Old people, young people, you name it. It's just unbelievable. So many people ring it. Someone sent us a DVD about Sherlock, Moriarty. Charlie didn't know about Moriarty.
See you next week.
See ya.
It's got a no dribbling policy.